What's up, everybody, and welcome to Wendy Talk Show Raw Edition. Today, we're going to be talking about toxic friendship. Let's get into it. Signs of toxic friendship: jealousy. They don't want you to be friends of other people. It's always about them, and they downplay your achievements. They're jealous, and it's always like a competition or whatever. They really feel threatened by your successes and your steps forward, and so they're just generally jealous of you and your achievements and everything that you do, your relationships, your work, your study, and everything. Lack of respect. They keep crossing boundaries. They cannot take no for an answer, and they keep downplaying your values. Everything. They don't want to listen to it. It's all about them, and you have to listen to them. You have to be there for them, no matter what time it is, no matter what they tell you it is about. You just have to show up. They expect you to show up, no matter what it is. Manipulation. They keep attacking your emotions, insults, and they keep yelling at you. They keep escalating conversations into confrontations from time to time. I mean, all the time. And they don't just respect you for who you are. They make you feel bad. So it's always a competition, and everything that happens in their lives, it's your fault. So they cannot stand seeing you elevating your life. So if you do this, they have to go and do it. If you do this, they have to go and do it too. So it's a constant competition, and it's gonna just create some jealousy at the end of it also. They are always establishing superiority. So no matter what you have done in your life, they have done it just a little bit better. And no matter how good you are in whatever you're doing, they're just a little bit better at whatever that is that you have done in your life. So you never get to win in anything, because they always have done it, and just in a little bit more way, more sophisticated way than you have done it before. Betrayal. They come in different forms, in form of gossip or in form of slander, bad mouthing. They spill your secrets, those dark little secrets that you trusted them with the last bit of it. They tend to spill them out there, and they also tell lies about you so that you can look bad in other people's eyes, and for the most part, it's so that they can look better than you. Lack of fulfillment. So you got this person that you call friend, but you always feel lonely, isolated, and you just miserable, even though they are around all the time, but you still feel lonely, separated, isolated, all those kinds of things. Lack of empathy. So no matter what kinds of problems you're having, it's still about them. Your problems don't matter. They keep dismissing your problems. And no matter how much in need you are at that moment, the conversation is going to turn around and go back to them anyway. Watch out for those kinds of people. Lack of support and constant negativity or criticism. So these people, they can never get contented with your achievements, and they always have to find something that is wrong with you, and you should have done this way, and you shouldn't have done that, and everything that you do, it's never enough. So you always feel undervalued and unappreciated in that relationship after all, and it's just sad. Lack of accountability. It's always your fault. They will never take responsibility for their actions, and so you are always the person on the wrong, and they're always on the right. Lack of balance. You find yourself always giving more than they do, and you know so much about them than they know about you. So you find out little details, like it's your birthday, they don't know nothing, and yet you know their birthday, and all those friendship anniversaries, and all those kinds of things, but they know nothing about you. They don't even care about it or whatever. So They have to rely on maybe Facebook posts or Instagram posts in order to know that it's your birthday, and those kinds of things, the little details that you spend together, it's a blur to them. Frequent conflicts. They keep on guilt tripping you and gaslighting you, and something so little, they turn it into like an explosion when it could have been just resolved so easily. And it's just because they don't want to take their part of they don't want to take responsibility of their part of the problem, and so they keep on guilt tripping you and making you own up for their whatever the little arguments are, why they started, and the faults are always on your side. You caused it all. Effects of toxic friendship. Self-esteem issues. Because of the constant negative talks and criticism, you feel like you're less of a person, and you feel like you got so much to work on, so you feel like as a person you're not perfect, and you keep second guessing yourself as a result of this. Increased stress and emotional instability. So you find yourself so highly irritable. You're having frequent headaches. You're having constant back and neck pains, lack of sleep, and those kinds of things. Emotional exhaustion. You find yourself draining yourself emotionally, and because you're trying to maintain this relationship, it's like a stressful kind of relationship. So it's draining you emotionally, mentally, every way possible, and as a result you are less productive. Relationship imbalance. So you find that other relationships suffer as a result of being in a relationship with this friend of yours, because they want everything to be about them, and you cannot be friends with other people, and you cannot have time for other people or even your family. And so you find like that other relationships suffer as a result of being in a relationship with this friend of yours. Isolation. So you're always feeling lonely and neglected, even though you have a friend or a supposed friend. So you're always feeling like there is nobody else in your life, because they have made sure that they've separated you from other people, but then they don't have a proper relationship with you. So you feel like you're the only person in this world, and you just want it to open so that you can get down there. Fear of conflict, because you don't want to deal with the constant arguments, and you'd rather just stay away from them. So you do whatever you can in order to just not argue with this person. So you will agree with whatever they want you to agree with. Everything you would do in order to please them, just so that you avoid getting into an argument with these kinds of people. Trust issues. Because of the constant betrayals that this person keeps showing you, they cannot keep your secrets. They keep on spreading lies about you. They keep on, just bad mouthing you and stabbing you in the back and those kinds of things. So you have trust issues even when you decide to get rid of them, and now you want to build a relationship with somebody else. You will find it hard to move on, because you have trust issues based on your past relationship and experiences. Physical health issues. So you end up having chronic stress, blood pressure issues, worsened pre existing health problems, and even weakened digestive and immune system. How to end toxic friendships. Realize the toxicity exists, and accept that you want to move past that relationship. Understand that it serves you nothing, or it serves you best walking away or out of that relationship, other than staying in there and just having this repeated stress and problems over time. Set firm boundaries and stick by them. So tell them, they go by your rules, all right? As you're working on it, let them work around your timing. So, for instance, let them know that when you say no, you mean no. And if you tell them like you're not going to pull up tomorrow, then that's your decision, and they don't need to come all the way to your house to remind you that, hey, you need to go, and all those kinds of things. Make the decisions and set the boundaries and stick to them. Decrease contact. So, whether it means changing your phone number, whether it means unfriending them on social media, whether it means cutting them off of your life, and those kinds of things, as you take a step back in order to think about this relationship, whether it's doing you good or bad, whether it's good for your mental health or not, or whether it affects your health and whether it's good for you or not. Be clear and stand on business. When the time comes, walk away and don't look back. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel afraid. Do not feel any type of way. It's going to be a tough decision to make. But in order to move forward with your life, there are some tough decisions you have to make. And if this is one of those decisions that you have to make, then so be it. You should learn to be okay with such decisions. And if you know you're not strong enough to make it, then keep taking time until when you feel like you're strong enough for that point, and then proceed with that. Seek support. Look for professional support when you feel like you really need it. If this is going to help you deal with that, because it's going to be hurting. In order to move forward from some things, heart is involved. So if you feel like you're not strong enough and you need extra support from your family, and even if you're getting to your family and it's not doing it, then you need professional support, feel free to do that. You don't have to tell anybody about it. If it's going to make you feel better, then do that. Healing from a toxic friendship. Reflect on the past experiences and its impact on you, and think about the things you could have done different, the things you were doing wrong, the things that you should have done a little bit different, and how you could apply them in your current relationship in case you are going to be moving forward to another relationship. Reconnect with yourself. Now is the time to find all those hobbies that you were missing out on because you were trying to fit in the previous relationship you had with your friend because you wanted to look cool and those kinds of things. Make sure you take time and find yourself, and just explore, do all kinds of things you've been holding yourself back from doing, and just give it your best. Strengthen other relationships. Now, you remember those relationships that were suffering because of this friend. They didn't want you to interact with other friends or have any other relationships. Now is the time to build them, focus on them, make sure like you're growing with them, spend time with them, create time to learn them, get to know them, and just hang out with them, and all those kinds of good things that you could not do because of that other friend that you had. And, be there for your family and friends, especially those ones who have been with you during this tough moment, as they are providing some extra support and they are uplifting you in the process of healing. Practice self care. Remember to exercise, eat nicely, have enough rest, sleep, repeat. Seek professional help. Always feel free to seek professional support. Whenever you feel like you've tried everything and it's not working, feel free to reach out to get professional help. Because sometimes you think like it's just a light matter, and maybe it got into you like deeper than you can ever imagine, and that's when now you reach out to people who are trained and who have studied to handle things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the show. I've been your host, Wendy Logenius, and remember, you have been watching Wendy Talk Show Raw Edition. As always, we tell you to remember to take care of yourself, and we hope you found this pretty insightful. If you haven't watched a previous episode, please make sure to go and check it out. And remember, the cameraman is the awesome man, Glenn Pierce. As we normally say, happiness is free and so is kindness. Remember to be kind to one another, and do not hate on one another. And we hope to see you on the next one. Peace.